Good morning, everyone. It's Kathy Champion, and you're back with me in my craft room, and we are getting ready to create, once again, hopefully something that you're going to love. So what I did is I pulled this bundle, and this is Blossoms in Bloom, and the stamp set is gorgeous by itself. The dies are gorgeous by themselves, so you can use them independently, and I'm going to show you today how to use the dies independently from the stamp. So if you only wanted the dies, you could get those, or if you wanted the stamp, you could just get it, or you could take the bundle, save 10%, and get them both. They work beautifully together. They also work beautifully separately. So what I want to show you is, first of all, this is a Photopolymer Stamp Set, and this is what you get. I always like to put this on a piece of white so that you can see it better. But look at, this is all one big stamp. So it is a nice substantial stamp because, I mean, there's my hand over it. So it is a good size stamp. But you also get some sentiments, some little flowers, some leaves. You get the little middle for the little stamen. This is really a cute stamp set. And if you love flowers like I do, and I know so many of you do, you will love that. The other thing is the dies. Now, this is a 2-set die. You get this one, which cuts out the framework of the flower. No, I'm sorry. This one outlines. This cuts the outline of the flower. And this one actually cuts all of the detail. And I'll show you that in just a minute because we're going to do some die cutting first and foremost. I want to show you the papers that I chose. I want to lay the flower after I get it cut somewhere on this beautiful, beautiful pack of paper. And this pack is called Rainbow Glimmer paper. And is that not the most beautiful piece of ombre glitter paper you've ever seen? This is a specialty designer series paper from Stampin' Up. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to lay that over. I'm also going to cut the base of my flower out of this. So I'm going to lay that over, and that comes from the In Color for 2020-2022. And you can buy these. They all come in 6x6 packs. I've showed these to you before. They're neutrals. This is the actual In Color, but you can get these in all of our regular colors, as well as the 19 through 21 In Colors and the 20 through 22 In Colors, which is what these are. I hope all that didn't confuse you too much. Anyway, the other thing that I'm going to use is a piece of this Glimmer, and I've got a partial sheet right here. This is a white, and I don't think the light is catching it, but it's got an ever so gentle gleam to it. So it's just a shimmer, and it's beautiful. So we're going to cut the outline out of that. So let me grab my die machine, and I'm going to cut this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, I have die cut this piece, and I still see that I've got, let me get my take your pick tool, because I've got a few little pieces still stuck. And this one lifted so well. I was really super impressed with how well this lifted, but I did see right here that I had missed a couple of the little places, but look at that, how delicate. And I'm going to show you a trick to being able to glue this down, which I hope will help you if you decide to do something, because we all know that these thin pieces like this can be a difficult challenge in getting them glued down. But we got a couple tricks up our sleeve. So the other one that I cut out of this paper was this one, and this gives you the bases of your flower. But now I want to show you, I'm going to bring over that piece of Rainbow Glimmer paper. Is it Glimmer? Yes, Glimmer. And look how gorgeous this would be laying on top of that. But to even add more beauty, let's lay this over top of it as an overlay. Is that not gorgeous? Now, you could very well lay this over the Glimmer paper and get away with it, but I love the way these look together. I love this two-fold die system. So we are going to use both of these, and I am going to do my level best to show you how you can put this together. So let's move our paper out of the way. I've got a couple of my little clothespins. Y'all know I pull these in and use them real often when I need an extra pair of hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these clothespins and I'm just going to put one or two just in some precarious places. Basically, I just want to hold this on one side while I glue the other. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab, let's try the precision glue from Stampin' Up. And this comes with this little top that screws off. And it has this little needle nose that allows you, let's see if we can clean that top off a little bit. This will allow you to get glue in tiny little places. I am also going to bring out my silicone craft mat because I don't want to get glue all over my work surface. The glue will not stick to this. So I'm going to lay this down on here and I'm going to pull this back all the way back to about here. And then I'm just going to put some glue. You know, I think I might do better to do it this way. So let's get some glue. And I gotta make sure this glue is coming out. So I am going to come back up here and I'm just going to, oh yeah, the glue is flowing. And this glue right here works really well if you are trying to glue pieces like this together. So I'm going to work as fast as I can around these pieces. Just like that. And I'm going to start putting it down. And you can see it's already starting to adhere. Now I'm going to turn it around. And right up underneath this piece, I want to make sure that that glues like I want it to and not under it. Let's see, that tried to go under. We don't want it under. We want it on top. So I'm going to go under here and I'm going to put just a tiny bit of glue right there. Press that down. A little bit on this leaf. And look at all the glue residue we have on our mat now. This would have been on our hands had we not done this. So I'm going to move my clothespins. And then I'm going to come over on this side. No, I think that side's good. I think what we need to do now is look at maybe this side. Yep. So I'm going to go right in here, doing the same thing I did on the other side, just hitting around these little pieces. This can be a little bit time consuming, but it is worth your work because you definitely want this piece to stay down. Now there is another way, and I wish I had thought to use it before I did this one, but I will definitely show you in another video. Maybe I'll just do a product review and show you how you can do this with using the adhesive sheets, which are a lifesaver for something like this. Okay, I think we have that all glued, and I'm going to grab a wipe and wipe my fingers off because I definitely have glue fingers. Alright, we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to decide exactly where we're going to put this down on our glimmer sheet. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to clean up my mat and everything, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. This is completely dried, and this is actually ready now to go onto a card. So I need to decide, and I think an A2 size card is going to be, I think this is a little too much for an A2 size card. Y'all know I love myself a 6x6. I laid that on the back of my catalog. I had my Stampin' Up catalog spiral bound with a plastic acetate sheet on the front, and it's got this nice black cover on the back. I'm going to be putting some tabs in it, hopefully today or tomorrow. But like I was saying, what I want to do is I want to use a piece of this, and I'm thinking maybe off of this corner right here because I love the way it looks on this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 piece off of this little corner up here. And I think the reason I want to do that is I want to mat the card on this particular paper. So I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to cut this off at 5 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and blade doesn't, no, this one's good. I'm going to cut that just like so. And then I'm going to take this end, because this is the side I want the card to live on, and I'm going to go back to that 5 3/4, just like that. And now I have this beautiful mat that this can live on, and I love the way that looks. I think it showcases that flower so pretty. And now all we need is a piece of white or some type of lighter color. So I'm looking at my Regals, and I am thinking that maybe this crushed curry, let's see how that pops. You know what would be beautiful is the rich razzleberry. I think the rich razzleberry is what I want. Oh, yes. Isn't it funny how you know what you want when you see it? It just automatically comes together for you. So let me get my trimmer over here, and we're going to cut this in half because it is a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and I love the richness of this rich razzleberry. It is so pretty. So here we go. How easy is it to cut a 6 by 6 card with this trimmer? Just pop it up there, cut it in half, and then we're going to score it at 6. Let's push our blade up and come in with this one. This is the one, yep, there we go. Sometimes the blades will pop out of track, but they're very easy to pop back in. So we'll pull this out and do our little fold, just like that. Now I am going to burnish this down really good because this makes your cards lay nice and flat. If you make sure that they have a good crease, you won't have them popping up. And I like a card that is rich and thick, but yet lays in its place. So now let's put this, and I'm needing to decide, do I want that up or down? And I think I want this down. I don't know why, no rhyme or reason, it's just, I think it looks appealing to me that way. So I'm going to put this just like that. And then all we're going to need to do is do a sentiment across here, and maybe a little something something, and I'm not sure what that is just yet, but we'll find it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Do I want to do some little pop dots on this and pop it up? I think that would be, we're going to do that. We're going to put some dimensions. But before we do anything, I'm going to grab my Tombow glue, and I am going to glue the back. And you could use your snail, you know, whatever you have. I just decided I would grab that. Now, paying attention to which way I want that to go onto my card base. And that is going to go on just like this. I'm going to press that down, make sure it gets glued in there really well. This is a good time where you can always use your bone folder and just do that number. The good thing about this glimmer paper or glitter paper, it doesn't come off. You can rub this and this will not come off on your work surface, which I love because I hate having glitter all over everything. I think I'm going to use some dimensions, and we're going to pop this up. Get my dimensions out of here. And you know, so far we haven't done any stamping, which that's sad. But you know what? We're going to do some stamping in just a minute, because we're going to stamp a sentiment for the outside, and we're going to stamp something on the inside. And I'm just not sure what yet. Now I'm going to use both my my larger dimensions as well as some of my mini. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do that. Because everywhere there's little places, I am trying to keep my big ones and my little ones together. Okay, here's my little ones. And see how cute they are? They're so tiny. But these are perfect when you are trying to put dimensions on something that is tiny like this, because they work. These will work so well on a card like this. So I love them. They are wonderful. So let's just go ahead and stamp that, glue that down. And I'm just going to continue to put these on the back. And I tell you what, when I get back, we'll have this all ready to put down on our card. See you back in just a minute. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, I have this adhered using those dimensions, and this is absolutely beautiful. I love those colors, and I think using these background colors that are quite different than what we cut the flower out of really does add an element of I don't know, just kind of beauty and grace, I think. I love this this die. So what I did is I went ahead and I used a piece of the paper that I used to cut the flower, and I cut it, and I believe this is 3 by 3 and 3, I'm sorry, 3 by 3 3/4. This is 3 3/4 this way, 3 inches this way, and I cut this down just about 1/8 of an inch less, top and bottom, and about 1/4 of an inch less on each side. So I wanted this to be my sentiment, but it just seemed like it was falling flat, and it was not working for me. So I went back to that glimmer paper, and this was the other side of what we didn't use here, and I decided I wanted a little bit of that gold and a little bit of that beautiful pink. So I just positioned my die, and I used the Tasteful label dies, and I love the set of dies. They're so great for doing sentiments. You have these little round starburst and all of these different little things where you can almost find something here that you can fit your sentiment in. So I love those. So that's what I used for that. And For my sentiment, you are amazing, and that's a fact. I got it from my Strong and Beautiful, and this is a cling stamp as well. I love the stamp set. There are so many beautiful sentiments and things that you can put inside of a card, on the outside of a card, and really tie it all together. So we're going to probably use one of these for the inside as well. So what I'm going to do now is I want to bring this up here. But you know what I want to do? I want to do something to the side of this. And I think I'm going to grab a crocodile. And that's a corner rounder. I didn't want the corner rounder. I think I want the scallop. I think the scallop or stub. I think I'm going to do the stub. And I'm just going to put this in here. And I am going to, that little piece didn't go down in there, so let's see if we can get him to come out. I'm not sure I'm liking that. So we might have to redo the sentiment after all. Yeah, that's not what I'm wanting. So let's regroup. Let's try something different. I'm going to take my little fussy cut scissors, and I'm just going to cut this down just like that. Cut it down, and I think I'm just going to put it right there like that. I think that's going to work for me. So right in the middle, and let's pop that up. You know, anytime you're in questions of, you know, what to do, pop it up, pop it up, pop it up. So I'm going to open up my dimensions again, and this time I'm just going to use the bigger ones. And let's get one right there and one there, and there you go. And where is my tool? So let's get these off. I looked down a while ago and I had dropped the backers off of these little dimensionals all over my dog. Toby was covered in them. Bless him. He was just laying there under my feet, and he was so cute. He didn't care. As long as he was under my feet, he was fine. So now we need to decide, do we want to put that in the middle? Or do we want to really pop it up right here? Or how about there? You know, I'm feeling the middle for whatever reason. So I'm going to put some more dimensions on the back of this. And I'm going to put them fairly close together. Just like this. And I'm even going to put one at the top and the bottom. You can never have too many dimensionals on your card. Anytime you're doing something that you want to kind of pop a little bit, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrangle these. And if you're wondering how you do this, it's basically a flick. You grab it and flick it. I said that and then I couldn't flick that one off. Isn't that the way it always goes? There we go. We got them. And this might have been how I dropped them all over Toby a while ago. But I do like to get those in the trash can. I love this. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful. Just like that. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I have some of these little sequins, and we are going to do some sequins on here. You know why? Because we can. So now I love these sequins. These are Stampin' Up, and the reason I love them is they already have glue dots, already on the back of them. So they have adhesive already added. So I'm going to put one right there. And maybe one right here. And let's do one more. Toby, stop. Toby's being a bad boy. And one right there. Ah, yes. And then we got these little bitty ones, and I think I want one of those right here. And one, I love these because they really do pick up the color of the cardstock. Look at that. You know, sometimes just a little something like that can make the world of difference in the way your card looks. Now, I think I am going to go ahead and put maybe one here. And maybe a small one right here. You know, as Clarice said in the movie Steel Magnolias, one of my all-time favorites. The one thing that separates us from the animals is the ability to accessorize. So there you go. We can accessorize. We can accessorize our outfits, and we can definitely accessorize our card. This is so pretty. I love it. All right, so now let's work on the inside. And I think what I want to do is I want to cut a piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to cut this at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm going to move my card out of the way. I'm going to bring the trimmer up here. Since we can, and this is just our basic white, Whisper White cardstock. So I'm going to put this in at 5 3/4 and slice. And again at 5 3/4 and slice. And let's bring this back over. And then this is going to go in here for a sentiment. Now I love putting sentiments inside cards. I have an idea who I want to send this card to, so I want to get something that will say something. I think I'm going to do this one. You are like a diamond, resilient, strong, and beautiful. I love that. So let's grab a stamp block that will accommodate that. I think this one right here will work. And I think I want to do this in the rich razzleberry, and I'll tell you why. Because when you open the card, you're going to see the razzleberry. So instead of using this ink, let me go over here and grab my rich razzleberry. And there we go. Now this is a very dark pigmented ink, so anytime you're using any of the Stampin' Up's darker inks, you really need to be careful because they are juicy and you will end up getting it all over you. How do I know that? You've seen my inky fingers. Okay, I'm going to put this like right in the middle. Something like this. I'm just going to hold it, let it transfer, and there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I need a piece of paper. That's okay. We'll clean that in just a minute. I want to use the stub punch, and I want to punch around the corners of my card. So I am going to go here, 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 and there. I think when you do something on the outside, now let me put this ink up because so far I haven't gotten it on me. There we go. How about that? Look. No ink. I'm happy. Okay, let's go ahead and get this adhered in here. And I think I am going to use my snail for this. I think I'm going to miss the snail. I'm trying to embrace the other, but I haven't yet. Okay. Now we're just going to take this, and what I do is I usually go to one corner and try to get it lined up, top, bottom, and side. You know if you have it right at the top and the bottom and one side. Oops, that's not good. You can usually get that just about right. And there we go. Look at that card. It's beautiful. I am so pleased with the way this turned out. I think it's gorgeous with the elements that I used and the way I mixed it up. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I hope that you would give me that thumbs up. You would leave me a comment. All of these things work together for me as a creator on YouTube, and it helps me grow my channel. It helps my status with YouTube, and they look at all of the things, how long my videos are watched, how many people watch them, whether they watch them to the end, whether they leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whether they comment, whether the comment's positive or negative. All of that feeds in to my status, and I want to keep a good status so that I can keep those videos coming. And if you liked any of the products that you saw in this video today, please hop over to my website, and it is very simple. It's my name, CathyChampion.StampingUp.net, and you can find my webpage there, but I will also have that linked, and you can shop for all of the products. I'm going to make it really simple and easy for you. All of the numbers will pop up on the screen as I introduce a product, but I will also list everything by name and number in the description right below this video. So if you look down and it says description, and under that it says show more, click on that show more, and it will drop down a drop down box, and it will have everything that you need to know right there. There's a host code that if you use during the month of June, if you spend $50 or more and use that host code, you will get a free 6x6 assorted pack of paper from me. It will be an assortment of a mix of different things, solids, patterns, what have you. I'm going to mix up some packs, and I'm going to send them out to all of my people that supported me for the month of June with the launch of the new catalog. So if you would do that, I would be so appreciative. And also, if you've been thinking about joining, please join up with me. It will be so much fun. We will become the best of friends. We will have phone conversations. I will walk you through every step of the way. I'm still learning. But if I don't know the answer to your question, I will call somebody who does. And I would just absolutely love to have you on my team. You don't have to sell. You can just come in as a hobbyist and use the product yourself. Get the discount, and you can still be on the team. You can get all of the emails and all of the products. You, as a demonstrator, you get to see the new products a little bit before everybody else, so that you have a chance to order some of the premieres and get them in your hand so you can craft with them ahead of time. It's so many benefits, so many, and you can earn so much free product. I just recently cashed in. In fact, you'll see an unboxing later this week, or no, it probably will go up before this week. before this video, but I had an unboxing, and $200 of that was free money that I earned just from being a demonstrator. So there's so many different perks that you get, and it is a wonderful pastime as well as a job. So think about it. God bless you all so very much. I love you. Oh, what I wanted to tell you, I get so sidetracked sometimes. I'm a little scattered. If you sign up during the month of June, not only do you get your $125 worth of product of your choice, you also get to choose a free bundle. Any bundle in the catalog. So absolutely free. So that brings your value of your kit. It can be up to $180 some, $125, and I believe that one of the bundles for the stamps and the dies is like $66. So you can get that for absolutely free for signing up. $99 and you get $180 some worth of product. So you get to choose 125 of anything in the catalog plus a free bundle. You can't beat it. So think about it. Think about it and let me know. All you have to do is shoot me an email with your information and your phone number. If you're interested, I'll give you a call and we can get things rolling. So I don't want to push anybody. I want you to want to do this. I started because I just wanted a free kit. I figured I would get the free kit and I'd drop out after my 3 months. I'd use it and shop and then I would drop. But I didn't. You know why? I love the product. So I'm going to close for now, and my prayer for you today is that you would seek peace, joy, happiness, that you would think about others before yourself, and that you would spread joy and not hatred. And as I always say in closing, let everything you do and say bring glory to our Lord and Savior Jesus. He's worthy. And we'll craft again soon. Bye-bye.